Hey everybody, good morning. It's Bill with Franklin Loan Center. And again, talking about roadblocks. And I'm actually going to tie in something that I tie in every single time the Fed meets. Fed's been meeting for the last 2 days. It's the way it always works. It's a 2-day meeting. They come out on Wednesday at the end of the meeting, so roughly 11 o'clock this morning. They'll make an announcement on what the scoop is with rates. Are they holding? Are they moving forward? And then they also issue a press release. And it's interesting because these meetings get so much attention from the media, which means that all of us are out there sort of quasi paying attention to it. And my phone always rings this time, during this time, because what everybody's worried about is, oh my gosh, the Fed's going to raise rates. Like, can we lock my rate? Like, what should I do? Blah, blah, blah. So a quick refresher on that. No. Yes, you can lock your rate. Fine. We should do that anyway. But remember, the Fed funds rate that they are tinkering with does not have a direct impact on mortgage rates. Now, it is a really big economic data point, which does indirectly affect interest rates. But that's a more complicated issue. But the bottom line is this is what I really want to get through to people, particularly right now, when I'm just hearing over and over again, oh my gosh, it's a terrible time to buy, another crash is coming, rates are way too high, all these things, which, by the way, we've talked about over and over again. But I think the interesting thing, and hey, Julie, how are you? Thanks for checking in. I think the interesting thing right now with where we are is, again, remember historically, and when I say historically, I mean we're literally hovering below like rates that we never even saw for the first time, literally since Fannie and Freddie's inception. The first time we saw these rates was like 2009, 2010, and we're hovering below that still. So it's still really great. And no, the Fed, and we'll see here at 11 o'clock, but almost all experts are expecting the Fed to hold. And in fact, they're expecting them to even possibly start start buying bonds, both treasuries and mortgage-backed securities, when they expire. So right now, what the Fed's been doing since, I believe, October, is they've been kind of coming off of when these bonds expire and things like that, they're just letting them roll and not repurchasing those. And they're talking about starting that repurchase, maybe just with treasuries, but we'll see what they do with MBS and everything else. So again, the key here is that we may actually start to see what almost looks like a bit of easing, and that would certainly be good for rates. So keep an eye on that. It'll definitely be interesting. I mean, I still see almost everybody's rate projections are for an increase over the year. But when you start seeing news like this, it actually starts to think, whoa, shoot, I mean, are we going to see things flatten or even go down? So more to come on that, only time will tell. But again, when you're feeling a bit paralyzed by, should I buy, is now a good time, all of that stuff, I think these are the things you need to keep in mind. And for what it's worth, I just bought a house, so let that tell you how I feel about where we are in the market. So that's what I have. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you all next week. Oh, and by the way, comment, share, like, love to have all that stuff. Thanks.